So, Mr. Irwin, what is your goal in coming here today?
I need to get some input from somebody that's trained to help me deal with my depression.
Okay. And if you weren't depressed, what would you be doing instead?
Working. I'm depressed because I'm not working.
Okay. Yeah, that's got to be hard not having a job when you want to, I'm sure. Well, what would you be doing differently when you do, how would you be feeling differently if you did have a job?
Well, I'd have money to do things, do little projects around the house, take my wife out to eat, maybe take a drive somewhere. Different things like that you can't do if you don't have any, if there's no income coming in.
Mhm. Yeah. So how without the extra income, what are some ways that you are, what are some of the ways that you're doing those things now,
Well, we're not really doing them. We're I guess this is an answer to your question. We are taking money out of our savings, and it's about depleted, which the longer I'm unemployed and the more that we take out of our savings, the more the depression kind of sets in, because there's no light at the end of the tunnel. When the money runs out and there's no job, then I don't know what we're going to do, so I worry about that.
Okay. How will things be different if, or when you're not worrying about the stress that you're under and the depression that you're feeling?
Well, when everything's going fine, I do well. I pretty upbeat. We used to go out once or twice a week to eat. We go to a movie, maybe take in a basketball game or baseball, depending on the season. But with the economy the way it is, and prices are going up too, so that just adds to it. So our income is down and dwindling, and the economy is going down. The economy is going down, but prices are going up. So it's hard. It's a cycle you get into. It's hard to get out of it.
It is hard. Yeah. So suppose that what would you be doing differently? What would you be doing differently when you're not feeling depressed or worried, but still, don't have a job? Suppose you didn't have a job, but you weren't worried or depressed anymore. Then what would you be doing instead?
I'd probably be very grateful. That's hard to answer because the depression that I'm experiencing it's not something that you can turn on and turn off. It's depression. It's a result of different things that are weighing on your life. If I was not depressed, I can't imagine not being depressed because all I think about is the fact we don't have money, we don't foresee any money coming in because the economy is so bad that at my age, going out and getting a job I can't afford to go and get retrained, and at my age, retraining, you still got to go out and find a job that's not there. So, I don't know, maybe there's some kind of something, that, that a doctor could prescribe that would, be mood altering, so, it would take away the depression that I have. I guess that's why I'm really here. Is there something that you can give me, because I don't see anything changing in the near future, and as long as things are as the way they are, I don't see me looking at it, any differently.
Yeah.
I don't see how I can be more positive when there's nothing to be positive about.
It does sound really hard. What have you been doing so far that has gotten you through this time?
Just struggling. Like I said, that's why I'm here today, is because it's got to the point where I think I just feel like it's getting worse and worse and worse. Where I don't want to get up. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to associate with anybody. I'm just concerned that, when people tell me that, you're not the same guy you were 2 years ago. You used to be outgoing and happy and cracking the jokes and all that stuff, and I'm not that way anymore. I just look at life, and I don't want to get to the point where, I might do something that, would affect my health.
Yeah.
I don't want to use the S word, but, you think about it.
Yeah. I'm really sorry to hear that. I'm just so, I'm encouraged, though, by the way that, you've dealt with your situation up until this point. Because I can see, I know that this is something that's really been hard for you to deal with, and something that's affecting you very negatively. Tell me, what have you been doing that, has helped you, or what have you been doing up until this point to struggle through, to get through these times? It's been...
Well, I try to I try to keep close to people. If you get off by yourself, when I get off by myself, I find that it's worse. If you're around people, especially if they're upbeat and all that, watch shows on TV that are uplifting and comedy and things like that, not watch the serious shows that people on there have problems. I don't need to see more problems. I want to see people that are happy, and so that helps. But it's still the underlying thing is that no money, no work, very same old every day, day in, day out. And I just don't want it to escalate any further than it is, because it's very hurtful.
So let me ask you a question. Say after you leave here today, and you go home, you manage to get whatever what you can together for a meal for you and your family. You eat, you enjoy each other, even though things are still the way they are now, and you go to bed just the same as always. And in the middle of the night, something happens, something that you're unaware of, but it happens within you, some sort of a miracle. And what happens is when you wake up, you are no longer stressed, and you're no longer worried, and you're no longer depressed about your situation, though you still don't have a job. What would your wife notice was different about you?
probably noticed that positive attitude, I would think. I mean, because if everything was gone and everything was wonderful, then I'd revert back to my old self, which is, I always thought was a very positive person.
Very positive.
Yes.
Very good. What would you be feeling or saying differently to yourself in that case as well?
Well, I'd probably be thinking that, maybe there's a job out there, maybe things are going to get better and I can find a job, as opposed to right now, I'm thinking I'm not going to get better and there's no job out there. So, and maybe that would be part of the solution to my depression would be to, maybe I haven't been thinking as positive as I should. I could use a nice dream or wake up in the morning with a different outlook on life.
Yeah. Well, I want, as you leave here today, I want you to, go throughout this next week, try to notice some of those, those times when you are thinking more positive. And we can talk about those, next week.
I'll do my best. Thank you.